Yes guys, what is up? Welcome to Supercars of London, back down at EAG Specialist Cars, where I feel like I'm recording an episode of Pimp My Ride, the old school MTV show, because we are not here for my old BMW M2 competition, which by the way, I'm recording this the morning after I announced that I'd sold that car, and also the morning after that car went live on Auto Trader. Since then, a guy has been pre-approved on finance and a customer is coming to have a look at that car at 2 PM today. We are not here for that. We are here because there is a bone stock black BMW M4 about to undergo a major transformation, and the guys here have allowed me to come down with my camera, so I'm going to meet up with Richard, find out exactly what is happening to the car, and then go and film the M4, which is actually just there. But then I'm going to film the transformation and show you guys exactly how it turns out, and I'm excited to see it because I've heard incredible things. Can you kind of break down in its simplest form how you came to basically create this business model that works so well with the BMW M cars?
Yeah, 100%. So I think there's so much on the market for them, and from our point of view is I do think they look pretty bland, standard, like the M4 for example. We started getting into kind of putting carbon kits on to make them look like just so people want them on the net, you know, and they have to stand out, you know. And then the further we went in, there was just more and more stuff available. That's kind of where it come from, just trial and error really. And then it's just kind of turned into a full-blown business on just specialising on these cars.
It's so cool because I spend so much time on car configurators, McLaren, Lamborghini, Ferrari, Aston Martin, and you can never get the perspective that you want of actually how that car is going to look because it's a computerized image. But here, customers are walking around a showroom full of options for carbon fiber kits. When I got the M2 Comp, I was thinking there are so many options, but I want to see them in the flesh. And I think that's the coolest part about all of this is customers can come in here, see all of the modifications in the flesh, and then pick and choose. Almost like a pick and mix. This is the most luxurious pick and mix ever.
100%. And that's kind of what's behind it. I mean, every car in here is slightly different. And not every car goes out like this. A lot of the times we change stuff around to how the people want it on the day, and you know, so it literally is a pick and mix, I suppose.
So that M4 at the moment, blank canvas, stock black, everything stock. What's happening to that car before it sits here in the showroom?
So I mean, first of all, it will go away and be wrapped. So we're going to do it in like a midnight purple.
Nice.
And then it will come back. It will be lowered. We'll get the spacing right, so it sits right. And then off of that, we'll then do the carbon kit. And then we're going to look at an interior, so we'll probably have a steering wheel. Definitely have a steering wheel. Carbon kit inside. Engine-wise, we don't normally touch them until they sell, and then we talk to customers because it's something hard to go back on. That will have Stage 1 downpipes. That's how it'll be. So it'll be pretty much everything we do on one car with that one.
Normally when I buy a car and I have an image in my head of how I want it to look, you've literally just described that. So I think it's quite cool that you're able to put your own personal twist on these cars and then have them in the showroom and then sell them however customers want. So I think let's go out, check out this M4, how bone stock it is at the moment.
Looks awful.
Because then when the transformation hits, I mean, it's going to look so cool.
I'm really excited.
Let's do it.
And here it is, the bog standard M4. There's something quite nostalgic about seeing this car because my M3 was all black, it had these wheels, and it did have the individual white leather. It's so cool to see, and actually factory spec wise it's got the carbon inside, it's got Harman Kardon, it's got everything that you'd want, but as basic cars go for what you're going to do, it's a pretty good one, right?
Don't get no more boring than that one, so it'd be a good base, definitely.
So what is going to happen, wheels, carbon, exhaust, is all going to happen to this car, and is going to happen in the next week or so, which is why I'm here early in terms of when you're seeing this video, because I'm still filming this, but in about a week's time this is going to massively transform and sit quite nicely along with everything else that's on this forecourt. Boom, check this out. 7 days the BMW M4 has been away, and it has undergone a massive transformation. Firstly, look at the vinyl. I mean, so many different colors that I can see with the sun shining on it. Right here, there's like a gold bronzy, and then it shifts into a purple. But if I just move over here, then all of the bronze disappears. My M3 had quite a cool flip, but nowhere near as many colors. This is properly cool. But then as soon as the sun goes and the clouds start to come over it, it goes a really nice dark purple. So this is a 3M vinyl. I don't actually know the name, but I will find out from Richard. It's a properly cool thing. But then also, as you have a look at all of this carbon fiber front splitter, kidney grille here, competition wheels. The M4 before this didn't have those wheels, so it's got brand new wheels that have been diamond cut to a pretty cool satin finish. We've got carbon fiber side skirts down here as well, which just kind of beef out the car. Carbon fiber here as well. As we move around, I do like the white leather. I think it works really well with the vinyl. And then we've got massive boot lid. Check out these exhaust tips. Gloss black, carbon rear diffuser. And then here, as the sun bounces off this side, this is where you get all of the colors in one. You can see how deep the vinyl is. You can see the metallic fleck. But actually, if I stand right here, you've got this dark teal, not pearl. Dark pearl teal, maybe? Anyway, that is my favorite color that you get from the car. But as I move the camera around, you can just see how the color flips. It's so cool. I can also see 12 o'clock little steering wheel strut there. So it's got the Alcantara steering wheel. I think there have been some more interior modifications to just bring this car up into 2020, because obviously when we first saw it, it was feeling a little bit sorry for itself. It looked quite good. It had all of the BMW spec that you would want, but then the guys here have obviously transformed this car in such a short space of time as well to bring it to look like this. So I'm going to head inside, get Richard out so that he can talk me through exactly what has happened to this car, because I think it looks bloody awesome, and I love this color here as well, the gold bronze. But I want him to talk me through the car, everything that they've done to it, and the benefit of buying a car already modified, because there is one single benefit to buying a car that's already modified that maybe some of you guys haven't thought of. Once he gets up to that ladder, right, we've had to move the BMW inside because outside, awful timing, but there is a hedge cutter that has completely ruined all of the filming. It's a fairly leery spec, and obviously it sits quite nicely with all of the other M cars here, but there is one thing that we talk about quite a lot with what you do and how it benefits finance.
Yeah.
And that is you modifying the cars before the customer purchases it.
100%, yeah.
Kind of doesn't mean that there is a hole constantly burning in someone's pocket when they modify a car, buying its stock.
Yeah, yeah, and we've said this before, like they don't look that great standard, I don't think.
Yeah.
So obviously we're doing all the work and it's going into that monthly payment.
Yeah.
Which yeah, it suits people, you know.
Yeah, because you could take BMW M4 from a random dealership, let's say, and then still need to spend £3,000, £4,000, £5,000, which you can't finance on the modifications to get it looking how you want.
That's right. Yeah.
So I think the best thing about seeing a car like this, seeing the transformation, is an example of what you guys can do.
Yeah.
Given a bog standard car. So a customer can walk in and be like, I want an M4, but I want this kit, I want these wheels, I want it lowered, I want it looking like this that I've seen on Instagram. It's kind of like, you know, when you go to the haircut and you just go, actually, can I make it look like this? Like I used to do it when I was a kid.
I don't do that much, but yeah.
Yeah. But you can kind of do that.
No, that's right, yeah.
And then package it all up into the monthly payment.
Yeah.
And I think
yeah, it works.
It does work.
So I think it's important as well that people understand that it's we do it all here.
Yeah.
So this car underneath, it's all been videoed. It's immaculate underneath, and like the carbon, they're all brand new. They're not what we've bought. You know, so it's all brand new stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've seen the work that you've done in your workshop there. I mean, you've got two cars in there at the moment. My car's been, my old M2's been in there. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the BMW M4 transformed from a pretty boring looking car, and now to see it like this, like it actually puts a smile on my face, because I think next year what I want to document more is these transformations. I had so much fun mucking around with my M2 comp. The GTR is definitely next. What you guys are going to see quite soon is my GTR at Dub Customs getting stripped and getting ready for a 2021 transformation. There we go. EAG transformation, and also that little nugget of knowledge that when you come here,
the cars are already modified, so you can actually just buy the car and finance the entire thing, so you don't have to buy the car stock and get all of the modifications, end up spending thousands of pounds. So that's probably the best bit of information to take away from today.
Yeah,
Richard, it's been a pleasure to follow this build. I look forward to seeing the videos and footage that you have of this car undergoing the transformation, and I will see you guys very soon. Take care, goodbye. Head into the link in the description so you can check these guys out and check all of their stock. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Take care, goodbye.